So we're doing a Q&A today. It's been 2 weeks or so, so I have 2 rounds of questions to go through. So plenty of questions to go through here today. Let's see if this is working. Yep, looks like it's working. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay. Everything looks all right on your end. But otherwise, let's get cooking here. All right, so we got 2 weeks of questions here, so there should be plenty of content for us to go over. So I'm going to start with last week's, and then I'll go 2 weeks behind there and start with that. So first of all, we got your boy underscore BC. Hey Kieran, appreciate the Q&A. When ordering inventory, small products from manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse, what shipping term should we ask for? So I get EXW from the manufacturer, and then for my shipping terms, I get DDP, which means duties paid on delivery, or no, sorry, duties paid before delivery. I'm getting the terms mixed up there a little bit, but essentially so these are kind of like two different categories. So EXW is when you're like, say you go to the Chinese manufacturer or the manufacturer wherever it's at, and you go to their manufacturer and like you pick up the product at their warehouse, at their manufacturer, that's EXW pricing. Okay, so FOB pricing is when you essentially have them ship it to the nearest port and then have their freight forwarder go with it, wherever they want to go with it or wherever you're delivering it to. DDP is delivered with duties paid all the way to the warehouse, all the way to the Amazon warehouse. So I get EXW pricing from the manufacturer, and then from a freight forwarder who I use separately from the manufacturer, I get DDP pricing. It's hard to say 10 times fast. But yeah, that's how I do it there. Also for inspection, Alibaba offers product monitoring and inspection service. Is that a good alternative? No, I'd go find something that's third party. Alibaba, I wouldn't trust them to have your best interest at hand there. Hi, Kim. More advantages like providing EIN, helping you with paperwork, etc. What do you recommend? Better Legal I guess, is okay. I mean, there's thousands of these services. I use Wyoming registered agents, the Delaware Corporation Services. I forgot what exactly the business tags are, but I've had plenty of videos where I make that. So you just type in Amazon FBA Cameron James LLC creation, you'll find tons of different things you could do there for that. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the pricing, depends on what they do for you. So if you think it's a good choice for you, go for it. There's so many services out there. Jesse Leo here. So we got a big old question here. Hey Cameron, every day now, and wondering if I should join the Prime Day. You have minimal profitable price. Okay, so that's going to factor in. So one, should I order for more inventory? What is the regular sales level on Prime Day? So it depends on your product. You're in home and kitchens. You said you're going to see a bump. You're going to see a bump. All right. You're not going to see as big as a bump if you're at the top of the listing, but you will see a slight bump. I wouldn't like break the bank to get ready for Prime Day at your level. I'd focus more on getting more reviews, ranking up, and everything like that. And maybe getting to a point where you're not excuse me, where you're not just, making pennies on the dollar there. Two, in order to give the discount, I need to increase my price this month a little bit to stay profit. As if it affects my daily sales, should I do it? Hanging there to Prime Day, is it worth it? Would it affect my organic rank too much? No, again, it sounds like you are not ready for Prime Day, right? So you can increase your sales, but you're essentially just banking on one day to like make a crap ton of money, but you're not going to do that when you're not ranked up and you don't have the reviews to do that. Like the top people are just going to get more money. It's still top heavy. So I invest more of your money, more of your time into getting more reviews for your product, getting better sales rank, pushing sales velocity, and whatever happens on Prime Day happens on Prime Day. If you want to try to raise your prices to get ready for Prime Day, to me, that makes no sense at all, because you want to raise your prices just to get on Prime Day does mean you're not in a good spot to do this. If you can make it work somehow, that's a huge bonus, but I would push that focus more on the long term. Like, we're in this for years, not just one day. Okay. Next we have Kali Sahara. Hi Cameron, I've selected the product that I want to sell on Amazon. I've been in contact with the supplier, but they are asking for a U.S. sales tax number. How do I obtain that? A U.S. sales tax number. I selected the product that I want to sell on Amazon. I've been in contact with the supplier, but they're asking for U.S. sales tax number. The suppliers? How do I obtain that? Do they mean your EIN, a sales license? What do they want? They also told me that if you don't have a U.S. tax number, then they will provide me a Chinese address, which is the best option. If I do not have a U.S. tax number, that's more like, because U.S. sales tax number, you can get different sales licenses in different states where you pay sales tax. So this is a little different in my eyes. Maybe they just want the EIN. I get more information on this and try to figure out what's going on there for sure. But it sounds like you have an opt-out anyways. We'll provide a Chinese address, but that might be illegal. I need more information on that, again, just to make sure I'm not screwing screwing things up there. Wakar Safdar. Hello, I'm from Pakistan and want to set up an LLC for Amazon account. Other than Wyoming and Delaware, what's the best and cheapest state in terms of taxation? Wyoming and Delaware. You got them right there. You could just Google this too. You Google best states to, let's see what that looks like. Okay. Best states um, to create LLCs in. Okay, what's that look like on the screen? Yep. Okay, there you go. And then you'll probably find which is the best to form an LLC. You got tons. So you got Wyoming, Alaska. Wyoming, Alaska, you get the reasons why here, corporate tax rates, individual income rates. Again, this all dependent. You're out of country, so these are all going to be different for you. And of course, talk to a CPA if you have to. But Florida, Nevada, Montana, New Hampshire, Utah, Oregon, Indiana. So it goes Wyoming, Alaska in their eyes here. They don't even have Delaware on here, which would be curious of why. 10 worst states, this might be just as important here, of the 10 worst states to form an LLC: New Jersey, California, New York, yes, Connecticut, Minnesota, really, that one's shocking to me. Ohio, that one is also shocking to me. Maryland, Louisiana, this one's also shocking to me. Vermont, Iowa, really? My home state coming in rough here. Yeah, so to me, it's stick to Wyoming here. We got the answers right there. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. Islamic Studio, I have nothing but to confirm what the budget of PL and wholesale. Everyone's saying different budgets, but guide me. Minimum to maximum budget in which I can launch successful products. Private label, you want $5,000 to launch your first product over the duration of that first product, not just like Dr. Paul's Network. Hey, how's it going? Ashlyn Sims, what's going on? Do we put the shipping? I'm going to the questions here. In there. I'll actually get to these questions last, so just queue them up in there. I'll get to you guys in order of the chat there. But just give me a thumbs up if you guys are here. If you guys find this helpful, it just helps me kind of make sure I'm giving you guys value here. So we're going to the last week's questions here that I missed. So Tina Dang, hey Cameron, when it comes to product 4 minutes ago, that's good timing. Hey Cameron, when it comes to product differentiation. I can't say that word. How different does the product need to be? Material, color, size? Does the manufacturer need to make a new mold for a product, or do they keep the current one? So this second question, to answer that first, that all depends on the product, like which variations you do, how you differentiate, what ends up being the solution here. Some manufacturers, yes, will need a new mold. Depends on the product field, everything like that. When it comes to different product differentiation, how different does the product need to be? So this is like a loaded question. Like, that depends on where the holes are in the market. Like, how much different do you need to be to make sure you're giving the market exactly like, okay, if they need this, how do I get that? And that looks different every freaking different product field, everything like that. I try to be serious, and then I can't even take myself serious. I start bumbling over my words. But yeah, it's so different for every product. So this one's in these. The fact that you said material, color, and size tells me you don't really know what differentiate. Then that's gonna be easy replicable. Do that, figure that out. So next, Leah Studio, Cameron, hope all goes well. What network would you use to log in Seller Central when you travel abroad? Get a VPN. I use ExpressVPN. Shrill Theodora, hi Cameron, how do you pack your product if you add something to make it set? Because the other product is going to be, if they're bundled together, listed together. And then Shrill Theodora, which is cheaper way in shipping DDP or using freight forwarder? Let's see, which cheaper way in shipping DDP or using a freight forwarder? This is the same thing. So DDP you can get from a freight forwarder or your manufacturer, but I suggest doing a freight forwarder and doing DDP. Blanca, can you go over product searching and barcodes? That could be like a 17-hour video. So just you got to be more specific of what you're looking for when it comes to that. So product searching, I got tons of videos on that. Just go to Cameron James, Amazon FBA product research. You'll find so many videos on that. Barcodes, same thing there. I'll just go ahead and look that up through YouTube. That'll be better there. If you had more specific questions, I'd definitely get into it for you there for sure. So going to the chat here, let's see what we got cooking. So if you got any questions, put them in the chat here as we go, since we've gone over a lot of stuff in the Q&A section. So Ashley Sims, do we put the shipping list in the box when we put it in the box for Amazon? Do we put the shipping list in the box? That sounds like FBM things. Do we need to put the shipping list? Yeah, I would, if you can, yeah, I would just do it. I'm not 100% sure what you mean there. I'm guessing you don't need to, but if you want to be more precise, definitely do it. Let's see here. Let's see. Dr. Paula's network. How do I list my product if I am still waiting for my trademark TM? Let's see. You gotta wait for. Okay, so you can use your pending trademark there. So you actually don't need anybody there. So you're good to go there. Go ahead and list and just get brand registered because you just use your pending trademark number. Is this even working? Is my stream live still? Uh-oh. Ashley Sims, I just started on Amazon selling books. Do I need to get licensed to sell shoes? Nike Africa has a retake license. You'll need Nike's permission to sell those. Dr. Paula's network, I think your Wi-Fi is going in and out. Well, that's not good. Let's see. I think my Wi-Fi is fine. Maybe it's YouTube. Let's take a look. Internet speed test. Oh, my internet's just fine. Let's see what's going on here. So it's excellent connection. Did I mess something up? If you guys are here, let me know. It's weird. Dang YouTube, man. Yeah, it keeps lagging here. That's weird. Well, crap, guys. Just had a question come in. Okay, that's good news. If you guys can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Give me something in the chat. I'm not sure what's going on here. On YouTube side, this says there's no one here. And it says it keeps saying like no data. So if you guys are here, but it's just everything's perfectly fine. It says excellent connection. So I'm not sure. So we got a couple of questions coming in now. That's a good sign. Intuitive Tech Man, if I'm new to Amazon FBA, will they let me send in 2,000 small units to sell through them, or will they maybe start with a smaller quantity? You'll have to start with a smaller quantity. Right now, if you sign up, it will probably be 1,000 units. Sometimes it's a little less. It depends when you sign up. So it could be 200, 500, 1,000. But right now, as I know it, they're giving 1,000 for people signing up. So you will have to start off lower. Yep. Hi. Yes, we can hear you. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Ashley Sims, you'll get permission from Nike by buying 10 pairs of Nike from Kohl's. But once I do I need a retail launches or keep doing Amazon FBA? Do I need the retail lunches or keep doing Amazon FBA? Just start on Amazon. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, if you can list them, that's the best way to find out, Ashlyn, is to go on Amazon. If you can list those Nike shoes, then you're good. They'll let you know what you need from them. If I probably don't understand your question completely here, but yeah, it sounds like you're doing some retail arbitrage and some used books. And do I need a retail license? No, like not from my understanding, but I don't do a lot of wholesale. I don't do the retail arbitrage anymore. I sold some used stuff, years ago when I first started, and I didn't need anything, but the rules were a lot more relaxed back then, as they are now. Sometimes they let you on there with a receipt, sometimes not so much. And so you gotta try to list and see what they need from you. That's the tough part about, retail arbitrage. Like you go buy something, you're like, this is a great deal, then you can't even list it or sell it. And then that's no good. That's not what you want there. You're welcome, Ashlyn. I know that doesn't help you 100%, but yeah. Nahal, hey, then it's that's all I'm just gonna shrug my shoulders. That's all I gotta say about that. Dr. Paul's Network, do you have a video on how to open your Amazon account? Yes, just type in Seller Central Registration, Cameron James. You'll find plenty. Intuitive Tech Man, hey, you practice selling into foreign markets? A little bit, mostly just like Canada and Mexico. I haven't gone too deep into the UK markets. I do have clients who sell in, Dubai, Australia. I shouldn't say Dubai, but UAE and UK markets, European markets. So I am familiar with it, but I'm not probably not the best expert in those areas. I'm really good at understanding Amazon's platform, understanding how all that good stuff works and the algorithm, things like that to boost sales, getting the market fit, which is honestly all you need. But there are some other nuances and some other little logistics in those markets that, I could get through, but I'm definitely not the most experienced. Ashlyn Sims, To get started selling used books, do I really need an LLC? No, you don't need one. Is it a good idea? Better for taxes? If you scale, yes, Ashlyn, get LLC, but at first just test it out personally. I suggest PL, like, so when you do private label and stuff like that, see how long does it usually take to be available to start selling. Can I start my PPC now? My listing is already live. Yeah, so you can start PPC. It's going to have a little lower conversions. I just start it right away, get that going. It depends on the warehouse you got sent to, the fulfillment center. It's, it could be 1 week, could be 2 weeks. Hopefully it's the middle of summer, so it should be just like a week or two probably. But yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit to get cooking in there. Especially like if you're in, say, Q4 and you get your products in like November, December, even earlier than that, because a lot of people prep for that. It could take like a month. That's why it's so important. Like if we're prepping for like Q4, you almost need to like prep right now. Like you need to get stuff in there like right now. In the next 2 months or so, you need to start prepping for that. YouTube, get your stuff correct. Just start that. If you start scaling, go for it. So what's going on, guys? Like, is it like that just isn't fair to you guys, and I don't like it. Let's see. Let's check. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to cut it off then here. Obviously, it's not working properly, so we'll get it again next week. Hopefully, this was semi-helpful. I'll get your questions in for the Q&A next week as well on my community post, and we'll talk then. Yeah, sorry, guys. I know it keeps going in and out. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll try to fix it for next time. But you guys have a good time. Good rest of your